Have you ever wondered about the fine line distinguishing a narcissist, sociopath, and psychopath? In this vast human tapestry, there exist threads of personality that weave intriguing and at times challenging patterns. These patterns, or personality disorders as they're clinically known, are more than mere quirks or idiosyncrasies. They are complex mental conditions that can significantly affect how individuals perceive themselves, relate to others, and navigate their daily lives. It's essential to understand these conditions, not simply for academic curiosity, but to foster empathy, compassion, and informed responses in our interactions with others. Unfortunately, there are many misconceptions surrounding these terms. They're often used interchangeably or inaccurately, leading to confusion and perpetuating stigma. Today we're going to penetrate the fascinating world of three such personality disorders: narcissism, sociopathy, and psychopathy. These are not mere labels, but rather intricate psychological constructs. Each one is unique, each one is distinct, and each one deserves our understanding. Narcissism, characterized by self-centeredness and a lack of empathy, can often be masked by a grandiose sense of self-importance. Sociopathy, on the other hand, involves a disregard for the rights of others, often coupled with impulsive behavior. Then there's psychopathy, a disorder that takes these traits to another level, often characterized by a lack of remorse or guilt. As we journey through this maze of the mind, we'll strive to shed light on these conditions, dispel the myths, and bring forth the realities. Our goal is not to label or stigmatize, but to educate and illuminate. Let's dive in and explore the intricate world of narcissism, sociopathy, and psychopathy. Let's start with narcissism, a personality disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance. Narcissism is more than just vanity or self-absorption. It's a deep-seated pattern of behavior marked by a lack of empathy for others and an excessive need for admiration. When we look at the hallmarks of narcissistic behavior, we encounter a grandiose sense of self-importance. Narcissists believe they are superior and unique and can only be understood by or associated with other high-status people or institutions. They often resort to disparaging others to maintain their feelings of superiority, a behavior that can lead to tumultuous relationships. Another distinctive trait is their reaction to criticism, which is often met with what is known as narcissistic rage. This intense anger and aggression are not just typical upset. It's a reaction to a perceived threat to their self-esteem or self-worth. They may become irrationally angry or even violent, making it particularly difficult for those around them. But what's happening on a neurological level? Neuroscientists have discovered that narcissists tend to have a thinner cerebral cortex. This part of the brain plays a key role in empathy, which might explain why narcissists often struggle with understanding and sharing the feelings of others. This lack of genuine empathy can lead to manipulative behaviors, such as lying and cheating, all without a shred of remorse. But it's not all despair and pessimism. The silver lining here is that there are treatment options available. Therapy can help narcissists to build healthier relationships, develop a more balanced self-view, and improve their capacity for empathy. It's a challenging journey, no doubt, but one that can lead to significant improvements. While narcissism can be challenging to deal with, it's important to remember that help is available and treatment can lead to significant improvements. Next, we go deep into sociopathy, a disorder marked by disregard for the rights of others. Sociopathy is a personality disorder characterized by persistent antisocial behavior, diminished empathy, and bold, disinhibited, and egotistical traits. It's like an iceberg. The majority of it lies beneath the surface, unseen but potent. Sociopaths often display a charming persona, skillfully manipulating others for their own personal gain. They have a knack for making themselves the center of attention, and their grandiosity can be quite alluring. However, beneath this veneer of charm and charisma, they typically lack a sense of moral responsibility or social conscience. One of the most striking characteristics of sociopathy is the lack of remorse or guilt. Imagine stepping on someone's toe and not feeling a pang of regret, or borrowing a treasured item and losing it without a second thought. This lack of remorse extends to more serious transgressions too, leading to a pattern of irresponsible and often criminal behavior. Now, it's important to remember that sociopathy isn't born in a vacuum. Environmental factors play a significant role in its development. A turbulent upbringing, marked by neglect or abuse, can contribute to the emergence of sociopathic traits. Similarly, exposure to antisocial behavior during formative years can also pave the way to sociopathy. However, this doesn't mean that every person who has experienced adversity will become a sociopath. It's a complex interplay of genetic predisposition and environmental factors. And while we're still unraveling this intricate puzzle, one thing is clear. Understanding sociopathy is key to addressing it effectively. And that brings us to an important point. Sociopathy, while complex and often misunderstood, can be managed with appropriate intervention and support. Like navigating a labyrinth, it may be challenging, but with patience and perseverance, progress is definitely possible. Finally, let's turn our attention to psychopathy, a severe form of antisocial personality disorder. Psychopathy, often confused with sociopathy, is a distinct disorder with its unique characteristics. This personality disorder is characterized by persistent antisocial behavior, impaired empathy and remorse, and bold, disinhibited, and egotistical traits. Psychopaths, unlike most of us, don't experience emotions in the same way. They lack empathy, which is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. This lack of empathy allows them to manipulate, harm, or even destroy the lives of others without feeling any sense of guilt or remorse. Psychopaths are often charming and intelligent, using these traits to manipulate others for their personal gain. They have an uncanny ability to mimic emotions and appear normal, even likable. But beneath the surface, there's a profound lack of emotional depth and a willingness to exploit others without hesitation. Now you might be wondering what leads to psychopathy. Is it nature or nurture? Well, research suggests that psychopathy may have a genetic component. Studies have shown that psychopathy is more common in individuals who have a close relative with the disorder, suggesting a genetic predisposition. However, it's essential to note that having a genetic predisposition doesn't guarantee the development of psychopathy. Environmental factors, such as a traumatic childhood, can also play a significant role. Psychopathy, although rare, is a severe disorder that requires professional intervention and treatment. It's not something that can be self-diagnosed or treated. If you suspect that someone in your life may be a psychopath, it's crucial to seek help from a mental health professional. Remember, understanding is the first step towards dealing with such complex personality disorders. We've journeyed through the intriguing world of personality disorders, specifically narcissism, sociopathy, and psychopathy. A fascinating yet complex exploration, wouldn't you agree? We've explored the core of narcissism, characterized by a grandiose sense of self-importance and a lack of empathy. We've seen how a narcissist's cerebral cortex, thinner than average, could impact their ability to empathize. We then ventured into the realm of sociopathy, a disorder less defined, often characterized by a disregard for the rights of others, lack of remorse, and an inclination towards deceitful behavior. Finally, we took a deep dive into psychopathy, an even more elusive personality disorder that shares similarities with sociopathy, but is distinct in its own right. In this exploration, it's crucial to remember that if you or someone you know exhibits symptoms of these disorders, seeking professional help is vital. Understanding these disorders is the first step, but intervention and treatment are the necessary next steps. Now, I'm going to pause for a moment because I have a small request. If you found this exploration as intriguing as I have, consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the bell icon. This way you'll be notified every time we embark on another insightful journey. It's a small click for you, but a massive support for us. Now let's get back to our recap. Each of these disorders, narcissism, sociopathy, and psychopathy, is unique and complex. They have profound impacts on the individuals who live with them and those around them. But with understanding, compassion, and professional help, there's always hope. Remember, understanding is the first step to compassion. Let's continue to explore and learn together. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell icon for more informative content.